G'day ZiggyD here with another preview for Path of Exile's upcoming 3.30 Incursion League. In this video I'm going into detail on some spicy new toys for Trapper builds, the reworked Fire Trap, and the brand new Flamethrower and Explosive Trap skills. Before we get into the skills, however, I want to talk about how playing Trapper builds is a much more pleasant affair in 3.30. In recent patches, traps have gotten some nice quality of life buffs that make them a lot smoother to play. Key changes were that traps cannot be destroyed while first thrown or while they're activating, and that many, like Fire Trap, now have a short duration and explode naturally at the end of their duration. Combined with the changes we're seeing in Incursion, traps are a lot nicer to play overall. One of these major changes is improvements to the skill tree. The Shadow now has access to trap nodes right from the very beginning without locking themselves into either physical or elemental damage specifically. Generic damage nodes followed by trap-specific nodes make leveling a lot smoother. This improvement to the leveling experience is beautifully rounded out by the first of the new skills, Explosive Trap. Available right from the beginning after you kill Hillock and enter town, this trap has no cooldown or charges and can be thrown as much as you desire. It deals physical damage, with 50% being converted into fire damage across a series of explosions. There is a larger initial explosion followed by a series of smaller explosions around it. Larger monsters can feasibly be hit by all of these explosions, such as bosses, making it a solid single target skill. Most trappers will likely use Explosive Trap for early leveling before transitioning into other skills, because of its spammability and its good single target damage combined with its sufficient enough AoE for low level clearing. Endgame, it'll more likely see use in trapper builds who scale off of physical damage, likely paired with the recently revealed Seismic Trap. Fire-focused trappers will instead opt to transition into Fire Trap as their spammable skill. From level 12 onwards, you can start using the reworked Fire Trap skill, which is now available from the Siren's Cadence quest. Fire Trap now has no cooldown and no charges, meaning you can throw it as much as you want to spread burning ground everywhere and to take advantage of its high burst fire damage explosions. To take advantage of this spammability, it's had a few other key changes. Fire Trap now deals additional fire damage with its explosion to any burning enemies. This includes both ignites and its built-in burning ground effect. So all fire traps thrown at a target after the first will be dealing this additional damage. The second major change to support this repeated throwing is that the burning ground now has a much shorter duration, but does a lot more damage per second. This means you are more likely to be able to throw one or two fire traps and let the burning ground finish off the enemies before they can move away. It also means more overall DPS to bosses with the skill. Finally, the burning ground effect is easy to scale now as well, with spell damage affecting it directly, similar to how you can scale Scorching Ray's burning damage with spell damage. These changes make Fire Trap a much stronger skill as well as much more flexible in how you can use it. Both high burst damage and strong lingering damage with the burning ground make for a good clear and boss killing. Fire Trap is going to be especially exciting paired with the new final skill I'm showcasing in this video, Flamethrower Trap. While a lot of the lower level traps like Explosive and Fire Trap have been made spammable with no cooldowns or charges, a new category of trap has emerged, the bursty super traps. Flamethrower Trap falls into this category with a long cooldown time of 8 seconds and 3 maximum charges. Flamethrower Trap is extremely powerful but limited in use, and based on my testing pairs perfectly with a cooldown free skill like Fire Trap. It's likely that most trappers will go this route moving forwards, having a powerful cooldown trap and a spammable trap they can use otherwise. In my opinion, this retains the multiple skills bursty feel of trappers while making them much more fun to play with less awkward downtime. But back to Flamethrower Trap. When this skill activates, it releases 4 flames and a cross that rotate around the trap. Each flame can hit the same enemy as it rotates through them. The base damage of each hit is smaller than, say, a Fire Trap explosion, but Flamethrower Traps can hit each enemy in their area up to 10 times per second, dealing a lot of DPS.
This is the key to a crucible.
You can scale Flamethrower Trap in a number of ways. Firstly, this is an area of effect skill, so you can increase the length of the flames and thereby the overall area with increases to area of effect. You can also use concentrated effect to increase the damage at the cost of area. The trap has a set duration of 3.5 seconds and you can extend this with increases to duration. Additionally, almost in a nod to changes to Fire Trap, Flamethrower Trap deals 25% more damage to any burning enemy that it hits. These enemies could be ignited by Flamethrower Trap itself if you have some chance to ignite or critical strikes, or you could throw a Fire Trap to have enemies affected by burning ground. Finally, while cast speed does increase the rotation speed of the flames, this is somewhat arbitrary and probably not worth investing into. This is because the flames hit a set rate of 10 hits per second, and although cast speed would get the flames to the monster more quickly, it would also make those flames move over the monster faster, with less opportunity for damage hits. So cast speed is mostly a flavor stat here. Dumping all 3 flamethrower traps and spamming your fire trap can dish out huge amounts of fire damage and is a super spicy way to kill bosses. You can support flamethrower trap with multi-traps or cluster traps, but each trap that is triggered from this consumes a charge, so this will lower your overall DPS potential, though it does have the upside of allowing you to throw all of your traps out at once. Most likely you'll stick to throwing single flamethrower traps at a time. To help with scaling and using powerful but limited duration and cooldown based traps like this, we have something new. The Advanced Trap Support Gem is a reworked Trap Cooldown Support Gem, and now provides an increased duration to the linked trap skill. Alongside the cooldown reduction and trap throwing speed, this is a perfect option for scaling up your powerful cooldown based flamethrower trap. Next up, Combustion is the reworked Chance to Ignite support gem and now provides more fire damage, a large chance to ignite, and lowers the fire resistance of enemies ignited by the supported skill. You can quite comfortably use this new support gem either directly on your flamethrower trap or on your fire trap to strip enemies' fire resistances whilst getting a lot more damage. In my testing with Flamethrower Trap, I used the obvious damage supports such as Trap and Mine damage and Fire Penetration, along with the new Advanced Trap support in either an increased area of effect or concentrated effect depending on what I was fighting. This setup felt like an extremely strong second skill to have to ramp up my single target damage against bosses or to help take down tougher packs of enemies. Alongside my Combustion supported Fire Trap, I had an absolute blast clearing Incursions and the Temple as well as doing high level endgame bosses. I tested the first few acts of leveling as well, and the combo of Explosive Trap into Fire Trap felt beautiful to play in both regular content and leveling through Incursions. So Trappers are getting a lot of love in 3.30, this video doesn't even include everything that's happening for them, mostly just the fire themed stuff. I personally had a lot of fun testing these fire themed trap setups and it's probably going to be my league starter. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's it for now, I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching.